work, then I got to go out and do farm work. Wow, you know, me and Ray connected when I went out and finished my exercises out in the rec hall. And if you guys do the digital printing thing, I think why the integrity of the walls with the digital printer is because the way it puts down the wall and the topography, the way the wall's put together. When you pour concrete into boards, that's not a natural design. Okay. So when you pull concrete into boards, it doesn't form a natural design, and so the structural integrity is not as good. It starts to crack, and so the digital printer thing, the way those guys made it with that thing, it's just it lays the concrete down in more of a natural design, and so gravity does its thing, and it has better structural integrity, is what's going on, okay, with those digital printer homes with the concrete, okay. But we all know that Adobe conducts nature better, okay. That Dennis Weaver houses, that the heat and the cooling and stuff, and you definitely he used to use the recycled tires and stuff. Yeah, that's not optimal. Okay, the dirt and the soil is better. Okay, and with the heat and the cooling and the way it conducts things naturally, it's better to have dirt instead of the petroleum, which is death and decay and is more of a lubricant and a sealant than it is conducting oxygen to and fro and stuff. Okay, you understand? Okay, so it's real simple. A lot of stuff's real simple, but me and Natalie were sitting there talking. We already had a thing of how the Corps of R&G engineers, of how many of them survive, will build the basketball barn with the. Yeah, it's really neat. It's got a. Well, I talked with Mitch in it too. You'd have a stairwell inside the garage portion that goes up to the roof, okay, and you'd have a patio on the roof that you could cover with an awning if you needed to, for people to go up there and see around the scenery, because it'd be a nice view, and then have a ladder on the wall going up to do any repair maintenance and stuff up on the top roof of the dance hall basketball portion, and and have skylights and different things there. And so it's like, wow, that is really neat. And then have ways to cover that up to cover direct sunlight causing damage on the floor, and you could have it exposed to the stars at night or on nice days and stuff. So I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. It's very neat. So it's very intelligently went through. And then Natalie, me sitting there and talking, she goes, no, you should have more like a plaza style home, almost like Freda Kahlo's and stuff like that, where you have a plaza in the middle of you have the patio in the middle of the house and have the outside of it around and stuff. And as far as she goes, downstairs and basements and stuff, just a kitchen area where the fridge is at, and that should be pretty much your storm cellar in your basement in a mountain community where the soils, and it's very hard to dig basements and stuff, and they can become more problematic. So if you just have it for the refrigeration and good ventilation for the refrigeration, that's all you'd really need it for, and in case of emergency, to hide there or whatever. You don't need to really hide there, or weather emergency. But if you have a good adobe house and you don't have trees and plants right up on the thing, surviving fires, things like that, you could do pretty well. But she was right. That's intelligent. In the desert, you don't need big cellars like you'd leave in Saskatchewan or Manitoba, where you have a whole basement, okay, where it's cold and you could go there in the winter and it would be less cold and easier to keep warm and have a hearth. But in the Southwest and other areas and stuff like that, the cellar would be small, and typically just have your refrigerator, have it well ventilated, and that's about all you need. And when you build an adobe house, it's going to keep a constant mean temperature that's really good in areas like Colorado, Arizona. So she was sitting there, and we were talking about, I was like, that's really intelligent, Ray. Very intelligent. She got mad at me about stuff with my prostate health and stuff like that, and doing things to keep my heart rate, with having to take care of myself sexually, because there aren't women that are women enough to do it for me right now, or not. There are the women that are women enough are not allowed to, because of all the perverts and the demons. She's got mad at me about the Kim Kardashian picture on my phone, but it's like, that's the only picture I remember was like with a naked woman. You got camera 1 and camera 2, and I'm like, yeah, but Natalie, those were manipulated situations when I was younger. And manipulated relationships don't work, because it was wrong. So it's hard. And I want to see the future. And you tell me to go to the future. How do I go to the future if I. And so she's sitting there, so you got to look at pictures of Kim Kardashian or Jennifer Lopez that frustrate men all to hell, because here's a body you can never have sex with, but she makes millions of dollars by trying to seduce you with her body. Yeah, you stop being so damned intelligent. You just don't listen to me and don't talk to me, because you're getting on my nerves. I'm just kidding. It's brilliant. I'm sitting there talking to this brilliant young woman in my head, that's taking me to the future and living in the Garden of Eden instead of being tortured in hell by assholes. And I'm like, wow, yeah. No, a woman that puts her body out there sexually to frustrate men so she can have lots of money and have sex with men that act like bitches instead of sexually reward in a holy covenant with privacy and intimacy and romance a beautiful, deserving man like I taught Natalie. Okay, so yeah, they're just bitches. They're predisposed to be this way. Okay, they're not your forever love. Okay, it's a manipulation. They're lying to you. It's not what it seems. She lied. Okay? You need alcohol to talk to women? But, so it was pretty interesting. She really helped me through a lot of the stuff, and then I'm helping her through, like, okay, but you got to understand, you can't have camera 1 and camera 2 if the situations were manipulated with an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 5-year-old in Santa Fe, Natalie. So, I know. And your mom and Patrick's mom were like an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old or whatever stuff because of the Pentagon presence and manipulation and perpetuating the abuse that they never helped us stop and get over and get away from. Okay. So it's pretty hideous. So, we need to get there, but it's hard to get there, especially if you need to keep your prostate going so you don't die from depression because your body says you're not capable of sexual reproduction, you have no one to sexually reproduce with, and you're just ready to give up and die. And so this is very difficult. And I'm a very beautiful, amazing, gorgeous man. Yes, I am. Okay, but then we were watching some of the stuff otherwise. When I was watching the TV, the news came on for the weather report, okay? And they had Donald Trump talking about the man that attempted to shoot him in the golf course in Florida and how he got locked up. He's going to be put away for a long time, and he's a very dangerous person, okay? You go read his Twitter accounts, all that stuff. I need these people to be in political power so I can feel like my physical body will be able to survive and exist. I can't have these other people because I feel they are part of corporations that want to kill people like me off the face of the planet. Okay, that's what the man is saying. And then the man who has you all fighting over money and sits there and has sex with women that make millions of dollars off of sexually frustrating men because they're supposed to be bred off the face of the planet through indoctrination, through institutionalization. Okay, so the guy who went to shoot him, he's a danger to people that are a danger to other people. People that are dangerous, very dangerous people, okay, will get people that are very aggressive, train them how to murder with equipment and weapons, and have them be the professionals that maintain the status quo for the leadership group. Okay, those are very dangerous people. Okay, a person who loses it because he feels he's not going to survive this genocidal operation, okay, is more of a danger to himself than he is to other people. Do you understand? But someone who can talk people like Adolf Hitler and David Rockefeller and Pope Francis and Barack Obama and George Bush, that can talk other people into accepting mass murder over money as a reality and then get them to participate in it, what they consider under their own free will. Those are very dangerous human beings, okay? Donald Duck Trump, Scrooge McDuck, Money Ben wouldn't know dangerous if it walked up to him and kicked him in the dick so hard he couldn't have sex ever again. Okay, that's how fucked Donald Duck Trump, Scrooge McDuck, Money Ben is. Okay, and the people he engages in popularity money contests are just as fucked in the money bin as he is. Okay, show that ass for money. How many millions of dollars do you need to sexually frustrate men so you feel like I need restraining orders to keep these men out of my bedroom? Can't you restrain yourself from only showing your sexuality to people that deserve it because they believe in holy covenants and want intimacy, privacy, and romance because they believe in the Lord's Prayer and want to share it with their children eternally? Thanks, Ray Ray. I love you, Ray Ray. Shanae, nay, 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 Ray Ray. I love you so much. Emily, I love you too. Kate, I love you too. Okay? I love you guys so much. Okay? I don't care who the biological father is. They didn't bother. I'm dad. That goes for you too, Ray Ray. Do you understand? She got put in a difficult position. She had to literally be the mother and try to be the wife. It happens, okay, throughout history, okay. Lot and his daughter, Lot's, you see what I'm saying? Okay. Dad's perfect and faithful, and mom's wants us to all go to Las Vegas, take up a residency, and play prostitutes at the Trump Hotel. Ooh, that sucks. That's bad. Hey, look, it's a carnival ride. I want to pay with you everywhere, right? No, Will Ferrell is a comedian for propaganda. The man was one of the producers of the Hustler movie, guys. Okay? He wants to make lots of money to continue to have influence over people with virtual presence in the house, to manipulate people with money and technology. Okay? That's why a neuroscientist and a theoretical physicist ain't worth the shit, because if you live the Lord's Prayer, your neuroscience is going to be very different and also virtually unnecessary, because you don't need to study the problems of the brains if you're not using the brain improperly. And I'm not going to defecate anybody because I don't want to eat people. But we have petroleum products in our tortillas, not the ones I get from Roberto's. My breakfast tacos are made with burritos that go bad in a couple of weeks if you don't eat them. They'll go moldy. Okay? They don't have petroleum. They don't have dead people in a mausoleum or an Egyptian tomb to, hey, this is a sacred and holy place to us. We are crazy people, right? Okay, so don't be an archaeologist and go around and get relics and put them into buildings and say they're holy. Okay? Dum-da-dum-dum, dum-da-dum, dum-da-dum-dum. He has no bearing in the movie. If he hadn't existed, the movie would have worked out the same way? No, it wouldn't have. Why? That's not true. The same outcome? No, not whatsoever. Okay? The movie was dependent on the main character to have the story. And the story went the way it did because that character was there. Okay? Like, we should have won. Well, no, we weren't going to. But in a world where people are unselfish, yeah, we would have won easy. Back at Dean Morgan. And also with mid-range, all you analytically challenged people, okay, the closer I get to the basket and J.L. McGee there is the better opportunity he has to block the shock in a one-on-one thing. So it's going to decrease my shooting percentage exponentially. The further I move him from the basket in the mid-range and I have a more direct shot at a close angle and I can get up and use my athleticism to put the ball in the basket, you're just too Steve Kerr. You're just too Judd Bushler. You just can't stop Earl. Okay, stop him. I can't. He's run faster. He's quicker than me. He runs faster than me, and he jumps higher than me. And he has precision aim in the mid-range. It's the highest percentage shot for the most athletic people. I'm not going to go challenge Shaq and Jaleel McGee at the basket. They will block my shot a lot, and it will decrease my shooting percentage. I take them 5 feet from the basket and shimmy their cocoa bop till they can't walk straight. And there's goaltending. That's part of the rules of the game. I'm going to rock that world all night long. Rock him to sleep. Okay, put him to sleep. Okay, Shaq Daddy, wake up in the morning. I'll still beat you tomorrow. Like a stepchild, you rotten little bastard. I really like Shaquille O'Neal a lot. Like him, yes, he's a well-intended, big, gentle giant who only gets mad when people are abusive to him. But the connection to the military is the ones that make him buy tigers and act like a dumbass. It's not him. Okay, I love you. Peace.